Hey friends, it's Neil here from Post to Post. Hope you guys are having a great day. This wasn't a video that I intended to make originally. I was aware of the issues in the MLB with Fanatics. Someone reached out to me on Twitter and basically said, yeah, but I don't really have a lot to say. It's kind of expected. We know that the Fanatics quality isn't very good when it comes to jerseys and all that stuff. And then someone else reached out to me via email, and then someone else reached out to me via DM. So I just figured, okay, well, there's enough people interested in maybe having a conversation. So let's have a conversation. We have discussed, I would say, at least 3 to 4 times in 2023, the state of Fanatics and the progression of their acquisition of the contract in the NHL. That contract starts next season, the upcoming season that technically is this year, the end of this year, in October, I guess, is when the season starts. So obviously there is a collective amount of stress between jersey collectors and also possibly players. That's not something I would have said maybe a year ago, but with these recent developments out of the MLB and Fanatics producing the MLB jerseys, I think things have really progressed further and more extensively than I would have predicted. So before we get into anything else, I just want to bring up the tweet that I was tagged in, and this is by at GO_baseball, and they basically said these are even, I'm not going to say that word because I'll get dinged on YouTube, in person, gonna buy past models off eBay. And so I did actually save these photos, and this I looked at this person's account, and they actually tweet quite a bit about jerseys and stuff, so probably a good follow. Make sure you go give them a follow. But up close, let's bring up this photo, and I'm going to compare this a little bit to some Fanatics jerseys that I do have. I only have 2, but I figured I'd show them to you. And I mean, I feel like a broken record because I've said this so many times since, I guess, 2017, really, that the quality of Fanatics jerseys and the product that they put on jerseys in terms of logos and patches and numbers, it's not good. So it's really surprising to me that people are like just finding out that Fanatics isn't a good company or doesn't offer a quality product. It's just like, well, I kind of feel like, well, where have you been? But obviously, we go through phases. Like, I don't really watch too much hockey now compared to what I used to. So maybe there's new people coming into the sports and they're just not aware. It happens all the time. So it's kind of my life to be around jerseys and stuff. So I guess I'm overstimulated. So if you're just learning about Fanatics, welcome to the jungle. So this is a jersey that was sent in to me, actually gifted by a fan, and back in I think 2018 or so, and it came directly from the NHL shop. And, well, I was greeted when I unboxed it with a lovely crease in the middle. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's right along here. Right there. I'll try and move it around a little bit so you can possibly see. This was folded. That's how it came. Folded the logo right from the NHL store. And I've actually seen that with Adidas jerseys as well. The difference is the material. So this is a very thin, I guess, I don't know if it's vinyl or what, but it's essentially heat pressed on. It is very low quality, and I mean that's what we're looking at right here with this baseball jersey as well. These are not high quality things that are stitched on or something that's going to last 10 years and not come off. This is low quality material. Let's go on to the next image, and what you see here, this shoulder patch logo, this arm logo, whatever, that's exactly the same material as what I just showed you on that jersey. Let's look at another one. This was also sent in by a fan. Thank you so much to that fan, back in, I think, in 2018 as well. And this also came folded, except for the creases this way. This might be a little bit more difficult to show you. It's a vertical bend right there, but like you can see how easily I can bend that just because that crease is already there. Again, same material as what you see here on this baseball jersey. There's been players actually complain about this. Now, there's a difference between the on-field jersey and then the retail version, which we're looking at here. But let's go on to the next image. It's $175. $175. To be fair, I don't know if that's Canadian or American, but even if it's Canadian, that is way too much. All right, way too much for a Fanatics jersey of any sport. So this is where the frustration's really kind of snowballing, not just in hockey, but in other sports as well. And it is so frustrating. And this is a great example of what we can expect from Fanatics. Now, there's a lot of people worrying about this upcoming season because we haven't seen the Fanatics version of the jersey that we're going to get. And we already know that it's going to be the Adidas jersey like this with a Fanatics logo on there. Because when they announced that Fanatics was taking over, they said, or by they I mean either the NHL or Fanatics, I can't remember, that they were going to be taking over the facility within Quebec, which I think makes the jerseys, possibly, for the on-ice version. And also, I believe that contract stayed with the retail ones as well, just for a year, if I'm not mistaken. And then after that, Fanatics would be kind of doing their own thing, I guess. But I fear for not necessarily next season, but the season after, when the actual NHL players get their hands on Fanatics designed and produced jerseys. So yes, we are worried, and let me put it to you this way, all right? Let's have a little bit of a thought process, and I want you to answer this question. Put yourself in this scenario and answer this question. Hypothetically, Reebok, CCM, maybe Adidas extended the contract. Maybe New Era. Hypothetically, they get the contract for the NHL to produce the jerseys in the upcoming seasons, all right? They come out with a product, they show it to us. Which camp are you in? Are you in this camp? Oh, wow, that's actually a really nice jersey. I'm surprised. Or, oh, wow, that jersey is not good. That's actually really surprising how bad that is. More people are likely going to be in this camp. They're going to be surprised that it's an inferior, poor product, because they trust Adidas, Reebok, New Era, and whatever the other one is, CCM, that I named. They would expect quality, so they would be surprised by not getting quality. Now, same situation, Fanatics. Oh my God, that's actually a really nice product. I'm surprised. Or, oh, that's a really bad product. That really surprises me. It's the opposite. There would be more people who would look at it and be surprised by, oh my God, that's a really nice product. So what's that tell you about the Fanatics branding right now? And maybe not branding, but products. It tells you that that people expect it to be crap. They would be surprised if it was good. That in itself is so telling. The public perception of Fanatics is terrible. And what's even worse is that they're taking over everything. Back in 2017, you had all kind of independent stores and stuff. There was Lids, now a Fanatics store. There was Fans Edge, now a Fanatics store. The NHL shop, we've got Fanatics store in general, and I believe there's one more, I can't remember. But if you go to Lids, Fans Edge, Fanatics, NHL shop, they're all the same store, with all the same products, with all the same prices, all right? Fanatics basically has a monopoly. They've even officially taken over some actual team stores in the NHL. That's another whole other issue. And they don't just make jerseys, they make other stuff as well. I mean, the hat that I'm wearing right now, I believe, yeah, it's a Fanatics hat. I have other Fanatics hats here. This one here, Calgary hat. We got there you go, Fanatics Seattle Kraken hat. And then some branded reverse retro hats here, all Fanatics. All right. Objectively, I'm not just here to crap on Fanatics. Objectively, these are okay hats. They're not bad. They're not $50 quality hats, though, which is what they sell for. These are $30, but they're charging $50 and more, and people are like, they're okay hats. They're not $50 hats. Who I think makes the best hats? New Era, my favorite. Quality. If New Era got the contract in the NHL for the jerseys, which they didn't even bid for, so there was no chance, but I'm pretty sure that they would have made excellent jerseys in the upcoming seasons for the NHL. But I think the entire point of this video is that we are, like, the collective community is not surprised by the poor quality of Fanatics in the MLB, the NHL, whatever, insert sport. It doesn't matter. Fanatics qualities are not good compared to the competition. They don't care about the consumer. They really don't. Proof is in the product. They don't care about the consumer. They care about making money, growing their monopoly, and increasing their brand equity everywhere. I'll tell you this, get your Adidas jerseys now while you can. Prices have gone up. I think in Canada, it's $210 now for a blank jersey. It used to be $199, and I think maybe a stitched jersey is like $250 pre-stitched. Don't do that, by the way. Just get it blank. Get it now, because whenever Fanatics comes in with their inferior product, and they take that $210 Canadian and they make it $240 or $250, and a really awesome jersey comes out that you want, you're going to be forced to not only get an inferior product if you want the jersey, but also pay more for it. So if you're really happy with the Adidas quality of jerseys right now, and you've got a little extra coin, load up. And don't just load up maybe because you want them, load up as an investment, because when the Adidas contract ends and they stop getting produced and all those jerseys are now sold and out in the wild and you can't actually buy them from an actual store, prices go up. Once Fanatics takes over, you're going to have the third-party market, like eBay and stuff. You're going to have more people interested in buying previous Adidas jerseys than current Fanatics jerseys. So the Adidas jerseys that you have in your collection are going to skyrocket in value. Adidas jerseys will translate to gold, not literally, but you know what I mean. If you can buy one of the Stadium Series jerseys right now, just blank, just a regular Adidas jersey, blank for $210 or $240 or whatever, and you keep that for 4 years, you're going to absolutely double what you paid for it. It's all about the, supply and demand. This jersey right here, for example, not a lot were produced. This is a reverse retro 1.0 jersey. They only made a certain amount, which means there's not a lot out there. And eventually that's going to happen to all Adidas jerseys. But I bought this. This is hand stitched. All right. I paid a little extra for this. I think it was $258 after tax for this one, Canadian. If I sold this right now, I could sell it for probably minimum $500. Why? Because you can't go out and buy it anymore. It's only available on the third-party markets like eBay, and there's some other sites as well. I can't remember the names of them. But Adidas jerseys right now available will eventually be able to sell for more than what you pay for them today for two reasons. One, predictable because they're going away in general. But two, the replacement company, Fanatics, isn't great. Now, with all that said, I don't know if the Fanatics jerseys that we will eventually get, either for on ice or retail, not next season, but the season after, I have no idea if the quality will be the same as this. All right, I'm not here just to trash on Fanatics. I can't predict the future. I don't know what the product's going to be like, but with every indication from this, from what the MLB is going through, this seems likely. It's not guaranteed, it's not promised, but it seems likely. And as an objective fan and jersey collector, all I can do is look at this, look at the evidence out there from the MLB and what they're going through now, looking at what the players are saying, what the people who are collecting these jerseys are saying. That leads me down a road to an inevitable disappointment from the Fanatics company. So I'll leave it at that. I will be surprised if Fanatics creates a quality product. Answer yourself that question and let me know in the comments how you feel about this. If you've got Fanatics jerseys, how have they held up? I had a third one and everything ripped off of it. I shouldn't say ripped, that's a little aggressive. The numbers fell off the back with minimal wear and tear. So feel free to leave your Fanatics experience down below in the comment section. Feel free to leave your predictions, anything that you want to say on the topic. I will be reading all of the comments, so I appreciate any time that you take, whether it's a minute, 10 seconds, 5 minutes. Type whatever you want, leave whatever comment you want. I would love to hear from you. Hope you guys are having a great day. If you're new, please consider hitting the subscribe button for more content and more conversations like this, because we're going to be covering any Fanatics news, any jersey news in the NHL. And as soon as those jerseys are released, even if they're made in the same Adidas factory and they just have the Fanatics logo on there, or if they're made, the retail version's a little bit different, or the following season when these jerseys start to come out, we're going to discuss them jersey by jersey here on this channel. So we'd love to have you on board if you're new. If you did enjoy this video, hit the like button. We'll talk to you soon. Adios.